Today we are going to talk about something very powerful. Your memory. Many students think they have a bad memory. They say, I study but I forget. They feel frustrated. They feel tired. They think something is wrong with their brain. But here is the truth. Your brain is not weak. Your brain is not broken. You just need to train it correctly. Memory is not magic. Memory is a skill. And like any skill, you can improve it. In this lesson, I will guide you step by step. For 7 days. Simple techniques. Science-based methods. Easy English. Clear practice. If you follow these steps, you will notice a difference. You will remember more words, more ideas, more information, and you will feel more confident. First, let us understand something important. Your brain likes meaning. Your brain likes emotion. Your brain likes repetition. When you forget something, it is usually because your brain thinks it is not important. So our job is simple. We must show your brain that the information matters. Day 1 is about attention. Memory starts with attention. If you do not focus, you cannot remember. Many students read while checking their phone. They listen while thinking about something else. They study while watching television. Then they say, I forgot everything. Of course you forgot. You were not fully there. Today, practice deep focus. Choose one short text. Maybe a small English story. Sit in a quiet place. Put your phone away. Take a deep breath. Read slowly. When you read, imagine the story in your mind. See the people. See the place. Hear the sounds. This is called active attention. When you use your imagination, your brain becomes more active. Active brains remember more. After you read, close the book. Now tell yourself the story. Out loud if possible. If you cannot speak loudly, whisper. If you cannot whisper, speak in your mind. Try to remember the main idea. Do not worry about perfect grammar. Just remember. This small exercise trains your attention and your recall. Day 2 is about repetition, but smart repetition. Many learners repeat the same thing again and again in 1 hour. This is not effective. Science shows that spaced repetition is better. This means you review information after some time. Not immediately. Not too late. Just at the right time. For example, learn 10 new English words today. Use them in simple sentences. After 1 hour, review them again. Then review them tomorrow. Then review them 3 days later. Every time you review, your memory becomes stronger. It is like building a muscle. Small stress makes it stronger. But do not only read the words. Cover them and test yourself. Look at the meaning and try to remember the word. Or look at the word and try to remember the meaning. Testing yourself is powerful. When you try to remember, your brain works harder. And hard work makes strong memory connections. Day 3 is about connection. Your brain loves connections. If information is alone, it is easy to forget. If information is connected, it is easier to remember. So when you learn something new, connect it to something you already know. For example, if you learn the word enormous, connect it to very big. Think of an enormous elephant. Imagine a huge elephant in your room. The funnier the image, the better. Crazy images stay longer in your memory. You can also connect new information to your life. If you learn the word appointment, think about your last doctor appointment. When was it? How did you feel? Personal meaning creates strong memory. Day 4 is about sleep. Many students ignore sleep. They study late at night. They sleep only 4 or 5 hours. Then they feel tired and forget everything. But science is clear. Sleep is not a waste of time. Sleep helps memory. When you sleep, your brain organizes information. It moves memories from short-term storage to long-term storage. If you do not sleep enough, this process is weaker. So tonight, try to sleep 7 to 8 hours. Before sleeping, review what you studied. Just 5 or 10 minutes. Then sleep. You will be surprised how much you remember the next day. Day 5 is about teaching. If you want to remember something, teach it. You do not need to be a real teacher. Just explain the idea to someone. A friend. A family member. Or even to yourself in the mirror. When you explain something, your brain organizes the information. You must understand it clearly to explain it clearly. If you cannot explain it, that means you do not understand it well. This method shows you your weak points. Then you can review again. Let us say you learned a grammar rule. For example, the past simple tense. Explain it. Say, we use the past simple for finished actions in the past. For example, I visited my grandmother yesterday. Create 2 or 3 more examples. This simple act will make the rule stronger in your mind. Day 6 is about writing. Writing improves memory because it slows you down. When you write by hand, your brain processes information deeply. Try this. After learning something new, write a short paragraph about it. Do not copy from a book. Write from memory. Maybe you learned about healthy habits. Close the book and write 5 sentences about healthy habits. This forces your brain to recall information. Recall is the key to strong memory. Also, keep a small memory notebook. Every evening, write 3 things you learned that day. They can be English words, ideas, facts. Review this notebook every weekend. Over time, you will see progress. And progress builds motivation. Day 7 is about review and reflection. Look back at everything you studied this week. Test yourself. Do not look at your notes at first. Try to remember. What words did you learn? What ideas? What techniques? Now ask yourself simple questions. What was easy? What was difficult? When did you feel most focused? Reflection helps you understand your learning style. When you understand yourself, you learn faster. Now let us go deeper into how memory works in simple terms. There are 3 basic steps. First, you receive information. Second, you store information. Third, you retrieve information. Many students focus only on receiving. They read and read and read. But they do not practice retrieving. Retrieval means bringing information back to your mind without looking. If you want strong memory, practice retrieval every day. Close the book. Close your notes. Ask yourself questions. Even if you remember only 50%, that is good. Each time you try, your brain becomes stronger. Another important point is emotion. Emotional information stays longer in memory. Think about a happy day in your life. You remember many details. Why? Because you felt strong emotion. So when you study, try to add feeling. Be curious. Be interested. Ask why. When you feel curious, your brain pays attention. Movement also helps memory. Do not always sit for 2 hours. Study for 25 minutes. Then stand up. Stretch your body. Walk for 5 minutes. Physical movement increases blood flow to the brain. More blood means more oxygen. More oxygen helps your brain work better. Hydration is also important. Drink enough water. Even small dehydration can reduce focus. Eat healthy food. Nuts, fruits, vegetables, eggs, fish. Your brain needs good fuel. Junk food may taste good, but it does not help your memory. Now let us practice a small memory exercise together. I will say 5 words. Listen carefully. Apple, river, mountain, candle, bicycle. Now close your eyes for a moment. Imagine a big red apple floating in a river. The river is moving around a tall mountain. On top of the mountain there is a candle. Next to the candle there is a bicycle. This is a story. Stories connect words. Now try to remember the 5 words. It is easier, right? This is called the story method. You can use it for vocabulary, lists, or ideas. Another method is grouping. If you have many items, group them into small categories. For example, if you have to remember milk, bread, apple, cheese, banana, and yogurt, you can group them as dairy and fruits and grains. Groups are easier than long random lists. You can also use the location method. Imagine your house. At the door you see the first word. In the living room the second word. In the kitchen the third word. When you walk in your imagination you see each item. This ancient technique is very powerful. Now remember this. Improvement does not happen in one day. But in 7 days you can build strong habits. Focus. Spaced repetition. Connection. Sleep. Teaching. Writing. Review. These habits change your brain slowly but surely. Do not say, I have a bad memory. Instead say, I am training my memory. Words matter. When you believe you can improve, your brain becomes more open to learning. This is called a growth mindset. People with a growth mindset learn faster because they do not give up easily. There will be days when you forget. That is normal. Forgetting is part of learning. Every time you forget and review again, your memory becomes stronger. Do not be afraid of mistakes. Mistakes show you what to practice. Start today. Choose one technique. Practice it. Tomorrow add another one. Keep it simple. Keep it consistent. Small daily practice is more powerful than long, stressful study sessions. Imagine yourself after 1 week. You open your notebook. You see new words. You remember them. You feel proud. You speak with more confidence. You read with better understanding. This is possible. Not because you are special, but because you are consistent. Your brain is amazing. It changes every day. Scientists call this neuroplasticity. It means your brain can grow and adapt. When you practice memory techniques, you are physically changing your brain. You are building new connections between neurons. That is powerful. So take a deep breath. Relax your mind. You do not need to rush. You do not need to panic. Learning is a journey. Memory is a skill. And you are fully capable of improving it. For the next 7 days, follow the plan. Focus deeply. Review with space. Make connections. Sleep well. Teach others. Write from memory. Reflect and test yourself. If you do this honestly, you will see change. And remember, the goal is not only to remember more. The goal is to understand better. When you understand deeply, memory becomes natural. Information stays longer. Learning becomes enjoyable. You are not forgetful. You are becoming stronger. One day at a time. One technique at a time. Keep practicing. Keep believing. Your memory can improve. And it starts now.